There's always been a concern that if it works fast, maybe it doesn't work very well. But here we had a wonderful confluence of strong data showing that not only did people get their treatment done in a very short period of time, but that they had a very high probability of getting not just well, not just a response, but actually to remission. I'm Dr. Ian Cook. I'm a psychiatrist, and I'm currently the founder and director of the Los Angeles TMS Institute. Treating patients for depression before we had access to TMS was a series of sequential trials of different medications or combinations. And each one would last maybe 8, 10, 12 weeks to learn that yet another combination had or had not worked. When TMS was first introduced in 2008, we could see people who had run out of options really have new hope and have an ability to get better. But it was once a day, every day for 6+ weeks. And being able to take that kind of time off from work or out of one's life was a limiting narrative for many patients. Now that we're able to offer the same approach within 5 days of treatment is a further game changer. In addition to the ability to complete the entire treatment course in 5 days, I think one of the very exciting parts of the data set in support of SYNC is that the outcomes are better. We think of old school, if you will, TMS, the once-a-day approach that was originally cleared in 2008, as yielding maybe 50, 60% response rates and maybe 25 to 30-something odd percent remission rates. And now to see the response rates jump up into, the 80s, 90% rate, it was really that tripling of the remission rate that I thought was so very, very exciting. My favorite stories from one of our SNAIT patients was a psychologist who had struggled with depression for all of her adult life. And after decades of struggle, and still being quite successful despite that, she did SAINT. And after a couple weeks, had this light bulb moment of the symptoms were gone. She said, "This is the best I have felt in my entire life." I was very excited when Nolan Williams published his early work that led up to SAINT, where he showed that accelerated protocols could bring tremendous benefit to people who had tried not only medications, but also had tried regular conventional once-a-day TMS. And yet they were able to get better with the multiple treatments of a day. And then he leveraged that by adding in the neuronavigation to get us to SAINT. And that further upped the odds that people would get really well, get back to living.